that the success that you seek in life could have been achieved much easier if it were not for the obstacles in your way. In a quiet moment, obstacles about the prospects of living a life without obstacles. Obstacles, those people, occurrences, and things that stand between what we have and what we want, seem to be everywhere. Some of them are external and beyond us. Others are self-imposed, but yet they crush against us just as hard and even harder than any enemy's boot. Obstacles. Somebody say obstacles. They are often the excuses that we give for failed visions, unfinished sympathies, and victories lost before they were fought. There is not a life that has been lived that has not had its share of obstacles, hindrances, setbacks, and difficulties. Yet they are literally millions who have lost themselves from the imposition and frustration that comes as a result of obstacles. As a people, we have seen our share of obstacles. We know what it means to strive to achieve a level of freedom only to be frustrated in our efforts as we find that the cost of our liberation changed each time we came close to saving enough to buy our emancipation. We know what it means to have the rules of the game changed on us in business, sports, education, civic life, and in the halls of justice. Just as we learn to play by the rules and win, we know what it means to have a heritage and an inheritance stolen from us by a nation that regarded us as only 3/5 of a human being. The lack of an inheritance, land, and a chance at the brass ring has hindered millions of people that even are belated and cry for reparations cannot justly address the situation. These represent social, political, and economic obstacles that have been placed in our way. Yet, brothers and sisters, we have overcome despite our obstacles. They have frustrated us and angered us, but we have overcome. If you don't mind, tell your neighbor right quick, say, neighbor, no matter what you're going through, this too shall pass. Can you say praise the Lord right there? Even in modern times, the obstacles have not diminished. We strive to learn and educate ourselves, but now we have the cumbersome burden of learning the rudiments of life while trying to focus on standardized tests that measure what we are able to do and remember on any given test day. It's an obstacle that frustrates our efforts to educate our children. It's almost frustrating as our inability to find a job or to ever qualify for the promotion that others seem to get who are often less qualified than we are. We have learned to deal with obstacles. We have adapted and we have learned how to cope and succeed despite the obstacles and frustrations. Obstacles may be difficult, brothers and sisters, but they are not as destructive as shackles. By their nature, shackles are used to retard or limit movement. When a man is shackled, he cannot still move, but his movement is limited. When a man is shackled, he can still move, but if he moves in a direction that is undesirable, he can easily overcome, permanently subdued and taken off his feet. Yes, a recent song by Mary was entitled "Shackles on My Feet." Somebody say shackles on my feet. Yes, shackles on my feet. The lyrics of that song, repeated several times, brings to mind the nature of our situation. We have one set of shackles on our feet that have been imposed on us by our oppressors, and another set that we have clamped tightly about us, so tight that we hinder our own upward mobility. Shackles such as self-hatred, doubt, lack of discipline, and loose morals are not imposed upon the enemy. They have become the enemy within that does more to destroy us than the obstacles that frustrate us in the political, social, and economic spheres. It is not just a social order problem, it is also a personal problem. Many of us are shackled, chained, and bound in so many ways that we can't get free. Whether it's the frustrated woman who is waiting to exhale one day and trying to get her groove back on another day, or the totally messed up brother who thinks it's cool to wear his pants so low that he actually shows his raw behind, complete with brown spot, polka dots, and fruit of the loom. Y'all don't know me up in here. The fact is that there are shackles on many feet. Shackles on the ability to learn and to earn. Shackles on our ability to rise and to reach for the skies. There are so many